Hello and welcome in. My name is DrumRollTony. In this video, we're checking out Show by Ado. I am ready for this because every single piece we've listened to of hers on the channel has been a lot of fun. I'm excited. Let's go. Oh yeah, man. Wow. Oh, that verse sounds like it's gonna be real good. Okay, let's talk about the introduction and why the introduction is so cool, at least to me. First of all, what is the sound that we get in the very beginning? One more time, please and thank you. That sounds like they're grabbing the pick and scraping it down the guitar strings. I thought it was like maybe like pulling a chainsaw or like a record scratch for a second, but I feel like we're having that kind of weird guitar sound to bring the song in. That's pretty unique in my opinion. The other thing I like quite a bit is that this build that we get to, it's not the overused obligatory club drop that we always get in so many songs. This has so many unique stylings in it, and I appreciate it for that. Starting with this cool call and response vocally. The other part I like is the half note is getting the emphasis. We're getting this 1, 3, 1, 3. Even though time is obviously moving right here, we're just getting this half note build, and it's just going to bring us somewhere gorgeous. One more time. I promise I won't stop it. We'll go through the whole drop. Now some augmentation. And the best part. I love that. Sorry, I'm going to stop one more time. I just like the fact that that just gives us that pseudo feeling of slowing down because the key feels like it drops because of where the pitch is going. However, we're not, and we just hit right in it. Man, I love this so much. Wow, this verse is hot, man. We're really emphasizing Rado. That's like flat 2 to 1. That relationship is really being pushed. I'm gonna go back a little bit here. That's obvious. It's a simple rhythmic groove layer underneath, but man, how effective is it though? That just makes you want to dance immediately. The stuff that's underneath that is great. And I feel like the other obligatory thing to talk about, I'm not a vocalist, so I don't have the vocabulary to talk about stylistic stuff, but there's so much. We went from like soft voice things to like angled sounds to straight up like very aggressive, like I don't know how to say it correctly, almost like yell singing from her. There's so much variety happening. We're 37 seconds into the song out of 309. We're nothing in, we're barely in, and we're getting so much variety. Back a couple seconds, I'll let it go, I promise. And then we go, obviously we go somewhere else. Man, this one's growing on me really quick. This is pretty amazing. I like how we bring the bass back in the second half of the verse, and then we do stack up with some harmonies here. And I didn't really listen too much to the backing instruments because I was trying to focus on the vocals, but this time I'm listening down a bit more. Yeah, so we get some we get some arpeggiation outline underneath. The groove stays the same. We have some chimes here and there, and it's just a little bit, maybe some variety within that snare drum part. I'm not totally sure, but I'm definitely digging it. All right, that's 49. We're going back to 44. I'm gonna let it go this piece of music is really good. We're getting so much. I was not prepared at all for the amount of variety that we're getting. I want to go back to where's just the clap section. That is amazing. We take away all that low end and we just like, you're just getting hand percussion now. Okay, hand percussion with boom, baba, boom, baba. All this synth bass stuff going on. I didn't even notice that the first time. Literally, probably because there's clapping hands on the screen. So I was like, okay, what's happening here? So that's a pretty nice change. It's very effective because it's a reset, right? We had so much volume. The dynamic level was very present in that segment before, and instantly the bottom end is gone. So obviously, we talk about this all the time. It's going to jolt the listener into being like, you're going to like refocus where you're listening because you can't, the other layers have now changed so much. I think that's like genius design, and it's also just fun. Like, everything doesn't have to be smart. Things can be, I mean, they can be smart, but they can also just be like an enjoyable time. And it's like, yeah, like it makes you smile. It makes you want to dance. Like, and it just kind of keeps the song going forward, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't, that ba da 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 da. I like the descending little chord progression. One more time on that part. I didn't get that the first time. That's nice. We get so much like almost vocal percussion. There's so much variety going on. Again, I'm not a vocalist, so I can't give you, I don't know how to say the articulation styles, but like the delivery and how we're getting those vocal lines is pretty impressive. I want this again. Wow, we're going back to this again. Cool. Okay, man. We are doubling down. Let's get this chunk again. Again, so much. This one is easily becoming my favorite piece of fruit. We're not even done yet. And I'm like, I love this one so much. Okay, so let's talk about it though. Listen to the groove. It's this quarter notes, man. It's 4 on the floor, but it works so well against this like simulated saxophone line that we're getting where that da da, that emphasis in the interval is being, we just push. And it's obviously so groovy, and that's all we need. We don't need anything else, and it makes it go, man. And you get the obligatory the call and response vocals that are like, that's cool, like that's amazing, but I'm way more into the aggressive like that stuff and just how vocal percussive that is. That is really fun to listen to. What is happening? This is the best Ado song I've ever heard. Oh my God. How many? Dude, we got like tabla stuff coming in. The groove is out of control. We got this this 2-note ostinato groove. I'm like, are we doing a metric modulation? Are we going somewhere else? What is happening? Okay, that's 204. Let's go back. Oh my God. Let's go back to like 135. I just want to get all this in context again, please. We're emphasizing that so much. Normally I would say, hey, that vocal line is like too low. The highway of sound is so condensed because the string stuff we're getting there, it's already in a low register and the voice is in a low register. And normally I'd be like, oh, it's breaking rules. We have too much condensed sound. No, not at all. It completely works right here. This is amazing. Again. Listen how melodic the bass is against that. This is like a new experience. But that bend, I was not ready for the bend at all because it took me by surprise. But then what took me more by surprise is what happens right after the bend, because we get into this ridiculous rhythmic development and just delivery. I'm going back a couple seconds. That is the coolest part of any song I've heard in the past month, man. That is the best thing I've heard in the past month. That's really fun. I'm going back to 148. Just listen to how well that flows again. And I love the chord that we hit right there. That is crazy. It's really aggressive. The percussion, like tabla versus vocal was already like a lot to listen to because it's moving really quickly in comparison to what was happening before. Because remember, we pretty much had like a 4 on the floor groove as our like everything, or now we have something completely different that suggested metric modulations for a moment, but we didn't go there, and it provided like a 2-note ostinato meaning repeated like groove formula. The context by itself, no. Is it like brain breaking? No. But in the context of what was happening before, it's so interesting, and that is why that is genius. That's where the brains come in, man. That is good song design. I appreciate it so much. That's 204. We're going back to 159, and we'll continue on. Yeah, of course, we're going to the halftime breakdown. I like it. Okay, so remember in the beginning when we had half notes as the main rhythmic delivery, like the cadential push? Right there, that was in 4. So first we had 2 was our push, and now 4 is our push. Really, that's 224. Let's go back to 212 and just grab that. 1. 1. That is the best thing I've ever heard from her, ever. Oh my God, that is my favorite song this month. That is unreal. The ending was so good. I have to go back. I apologize, but there was so many things happening. The first thing I want to say is we got that drop the build again. Once again, I applaud it for not being obligatory and normal and kind of boring like so many other songs. And we also got variety because it was not the same as the first time I was using the song. We got variety within it. And then we had a huge bend from her vocally. And then it was climactic push. The contour was this all the way to the end. I was wondering if it would be a bookend. It was not a bookend. It was just an explosive dynamic. And that was badass. That's 306. We're going to go back to about 240 and just listen to it. Did you hear the variation in the vocal delivery there? The cadence it used to smash us out of the end? God, man. now we have the presence of a bass synthy instrument that we had not had at all in the song at all, and it's hot in the mix. So in this push with the contour going up, we're having like new sounds being introduced as well. So I just feel like everyone involved on the production side too knew really how to hit a home run here, and this is a very enjoyable listen. Man, sorry, we made a 3-minute song into a 15-minute video, but hey, that happens sometimes when you try to appreciate really, really good stuff. So there it is. That is easily my favorite song of hers now, and I don't know. Can you top that? I don't know. That's what I think. Who cares about what I think? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below.